Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome to my channel. I make videos on all things natural hair, and in today's video we will be going over some great points made by Candid Kings on the natural hair community, particularly 4C hair. She brings up very interesting things to talk about, but I will not be going over all of them, and so I highly recommend you go and watch her full video.
All the time. Oh, I wish I had hair like you. Oh, I wish my hair would curl like that. Oh my god, I wish that my hair was so easy to do. But I don't foresee me doing that. I don't foresee me having this. If I see I don't foresee on Instagram or Twitter one more time, you know how self-hatred works? You know how you big up these YouTubers, these people on the internet, looser hair texture, and talk to them as if like you're trash and they're beautiful because they have looser hair than you? You know how dumb you look? I want to help you. I want to help y'all that really have low self-esteem. I want to help y'all that have been taught that your hair is ugly, that it's not ugly. Because I know I've been taught the same. I want to help y'all. But I can't help y'all if y'all are out here watching these videos of these girls using Eco Styler gel on their 3C hair, telling you to do the same thing, and you think you're gonna have the same turnout. Sis, let me be the first to tell you it ain't gonna happen.
Honestly speaking, I can feel her frustration and exhaustion through the screen. Every time I see comments on other videos of women with type 4B all the way to looser textures, women with coily hair, not all, but most of them are always complaining about what their hair cannot do. They always wish they had somebody else's hair. So do you not see how embarrassing it is to see those comments all the time?
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
And then you wonder why people with looser textures think our hair is ugly. It's because you always tell them how awful our hair is and how great theirs is. Why are you shocked when people have certain stereotypes about our hair? It's because of you. You contribute to that. I completely understand when she says she wants to help those with low self-esteem, but she can't help if you continue with that negative mindset. Imagine talking to a friend who is overweight and is constantly complaining about how fat and overweight she is, nothing fits her, and most clothes aren't flattering on her body. And then you give her the solution, which is to start making healthier food choices and start moving her body more. But she keeps making excuses all the time and doesn't do a single thing to change, but continues to complain. Wouldn't you find that exhausting? The solution is right in front of her, but she will not try anything to get herself out of that situation. Now, how is this situation different from conversations around women with 4C hair? None of you can say that there aren't any content creators who have coily hair, and that's why you find it hard to care for your hair. There are so many out there, and I'm one of them. There are a plethora of videos on coily hair, products to use, hair care routines, and everything else you need to know in order to grow your natural hair. Another thing that Candid Kings mentions that annoys me is how some of you will watch videos of those with looser textures and then try their techniques to get the same hairstyle or use the same products, even though you can clearly see your hair is not the same. Why can't some of you just accept that there are certain products you can't use, techniques that won't work well with you, or even hairstyles that you might not be able to pull off the same? The thing is that some of you make it seem as though the only women with coily hair have certain restrictions when it comes to products or styling their natural hair, when in actual fact it's everyone. Everyone has like restrictions or certain hairstyles they can't do, even women with looser textures. Women with straight hair can't style their hair the same as those with curly hair, and vice versa, unless there is a lot of manipulation involved. But you rarely hear these women complain about what their hair can't do. They just accept that certain things are not for them and they move on. Why can't you see that for yourself? Everyone struggles with something, it's not just us. But the way some of you speak, I swear you would think that we are the only ones who can't do certain things.
Let's talk about this whole thing. People love to say this. If you guys took care of your hair the proper way, or if you learn how to take care of your hair a certain way, you would see curls. If I could throw this plate at you, I would. Because what are you talking about? Show me someone, I'm beg of you, that has hair like mine, when wet, when dry, whatever the case is, with my level of shrinkage. Show me that person. Show me you properly moisturizing and whatever your method is on that person's hair. Show me her hair changing to be curly, to be whatever you think it's supposed to be. I'm tired of you don't have 4C hair, you just need help, blah, 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 blah. No, I have 4C hair. Facts. No, like, there's nothing else to say about it. Stop, you're corny. Like, you sound ridiculous. I've been to two natural hair stylists that only do natural hair, that are certified with natural hair, that have licenses, They both have told me that my hair was healthy when they were trimming it and styling it. Oh, your hair's healthy, your hair's taken care of, blah, 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 blah. Because I take care of my goddamn hair. Because I know how to take care of my hair. They never told me, in their opinion, that if I used whatever product or if I did a certain method to layer my products, that I would end up having curly hair. They never told me that, because they know for facts, when they touch hundreds of natural hair people in their career, that that's not how it works. You sound stupid, and you sound like you're begging for curly hair. You sound ridiculous.
Before I make the points I want to make it clear, and I want it to be clear that I have no issues with people defining their curls. I love seeing people do all sorts of natural hairstyles. My issue is with people trying to convince others with coily hair that the reason why their hair isn't getting defined, like those with looser textures or even 4B or 4A hair, is that they are not using the right products or enough of the products. I have watched enough videos of women with coily hair get disappointed that their hair didn't turn out the way their favorite content creators' hair did. Then they feel bad and think there's something wrong with their hair, when in actual fact their hair just doesn't do certain things. Our hair curls too, just not the way that some of you want it to. This is the closest I have ever had my hair to being defined, but I know that's not what some of you want your hair to look like, because when others with coily hair tell you that the definition you are looking for is not really achievable for us unless our hair is drenched in water, and even then it does not stay like that. You're not going to walk around town with wet hair. Unfortunately, some of you don't want to hear that. You think that we have a problem with people defining their hair, when the problem that we have is that you don't want to accept that coily hair, the way that it gets its definition, is not the same as other hair textures, and that's okay. I have watched so many videos of people with different hair textures do wash and goes, and I found them all beautiful, and those who did wash and goes with their 4C hair turned out beautiful as well. But you could hear the person who was trying the style out sounded so disappointed that their curls shrunk and didn't look as defined as everybody else's, which proved to me that some of you don't want to accept that no matter the product or technique, your hair will probably never turn out like the other woman's hair, and that is okay. Certain hairstyles will look different on everybody, and that is okay. I recently watched a video of a woman who spoke about how wash and goes almost made her hate her natural hair and quit because she couldn't get the same results as somebody with 4A, 4B hair did. And that is the point that I'm trying to make when it comes to defining your curls. I think that if you are constantly trying to get your hair to curl a certain type of way, and you don't ever want to occasionally let your afro be the way that it grows out of your head, then you need to start having some serious conversations with yourself. You need to reflect on yourself. Now, when some naturals tell some of you to let your hair be, you think we mean to never style your hair. Absolutely not. We are saying stop trying to manipulate your hair to look like something it is not. And also, when you try to manipulate your hair so much, you end up placing it under a lot of tension, and that contributes to you not retaining as much length as you could have if you just do hairstyles that work with your hair and not against it. This is one of the reasons why I always encourage people to find content creators who have a similar hair texture to yours, because not only will you learn how to take care of your hair properly, but you will also learn how to style it and which hairstyles work best for your natural hair. you start noticing that, hey, there actually is nothing wrong with my hair not being able to curl a certain way, because I now see that so many others with my hair are not getting the curls that I thought were the only acceptable type. I now see so many other hairstyles that actually complement me and the way my hair grows. I now see that I do not have to overcomplicate my routine or use product after product after product to get my hair to look good or presentable. You start appreciating your coily hair for what it is and start focusing on what it can do versus what it cannot do. And again, I want to emphasize that you can do whatever you want with your hair. I fully support Black women trying out different hairstyles. This channel and my videos are for those who want to learn how to care for their natural hair. It's for those who are tired of feeling like they have to change their curl pattern or the texture of their hair in order to feel beautiful.
If you are a 4C hair girl, you're having a hard time with your hair, and you gravitate to the looser hair textured YouTubers to help you with your hair problems, you're a clown. Let's take the time to learn our hair. Let's take the time to work on learning and researching, and maybe find someone that freaking looks like you to help you with your hair care needs. Because the 4C hair YouTubers don't get the views. I'm very confident in my content. My content is A1. I probably give one of the most detailed reviews on products in this community. And I'm growing and I'm very proud of my audience. But I also understand that it's harder for someone that looks like me with my hair texture to get views and an audience, because people want what they don't have. For some reason, they feel as if, well, I know why, they feel as if their hair isn't good enough. So watching me, that just so happens to have the same texture as them, makes them feel like, damn, I don't want my hair to stay like this. Let me watch so-and-so, because her hair is curly and she might could help me. So-and-so's hair is curly 24/7, okay? Get it through your head. Get it through your head. I'm tired.
A lot of people like to say that natural hair is hard, and I think that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I think that natural hair can be confusing, especially in the beginning, because you are trying to figure out the right routine for you and the right products, so that may take some time for people to figure out. And I can also see how some may view that as hard. But this is why Candid Kings, myself, and other natural hair content creators tell you to find creators who have a similar hair texture to yours. By doing that, you have won half the battle, the other being applying what you have learned. So what I mean by you have won half the battle is that you don't have to start from nothing, compared to a lot of naturals years ago who had absolutely no knowledge on how to do things and had to figure it out on their own. You have a whole lot of videos you can find by a simple search on YouTube that shares so much information, and all you have to do is just pick the most interesting one to you, and there you have ideas of what technique to use, products, and routine. Now, obviously you won't watch one video and have everything figured out, but you definitely will have some options you can try out until you figure out the best ones for you. Everything that you see online is a suggestion, but you can't make any progress if you don't try those suggestions from people who have your texture. That's like trying to learn how to speak Portuguese from someone who only speaks Mandarin. I want to quickly touch on an interesting point she made about how some people won't follow those with coily hair because they don't want to accept that their hair will be like that forever. Some people have commented on my other videos that they don't have a problem with coily hair, it's just that society only likes our hair when it's long. While I have made enough videos about why I don't care about what society thinks about our hair, and I have also mentioned before that the issue is not only society, it is also Black people. Some of you refuse to accept the texture of your hair, and length has nothing to do with it. Because there are content creators who have long coily hair but nowhere near as many subscribers or views as those with looser textures. And Candid Kings is right in saying that the reason for that is some of you don't want to accept that you have coily hair and you will have that for the rest of your life. Madam, you have to accept that you can cut your hair 1,000 times, texturize it, relax it, manipulate it as much as you want, but it will always grow out coily unless you somehow change your genetics. The only way for you to truly love and accept your natural hair is to watch videos of people who look like you. You cannot keep making excuses when the solutions are out there for you. If you want someone to point you to a place to start, I would gladly point you to my channel. I share very simple ways of caring for your natural hair, beginner level. And I have other videos where I share content creators who have type 4 hair whom I have learned from. Not all of them have 4C hair, but none of them are outside of the type 4 hair category. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please share other content creators with 4C hair or type 4 hair down in the comment section who you feel need more support. And if you have any tips for those who are low on self-esteem when it comes to their natural hair, please share your thoughts on how they can overcome that obstacle.